Dude. Syracuse, at Syracuse, preseason.
I think at Syracuse, yeah. I know we're playing them at least. I'm pretty sure it's at Syracuse.
Do you know how many Empire kids are on
Syracuse? Or one,
former
two.
Empire?
Giorgio's there.
Somebody just signed too, right?
Oh, Quinn, he's not coming next year. It's the year after. He's in 06.
Really?
And then, like, Cheech and Nino are there.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Did Cheech play?
I don't know.
Whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to him? Like leaving?
I have no idea. I haven't, like, kept in touch.
No.
No. I don't even know where he played after Empire.
I think he just played at SDA, didn't he?
Maybe, yeah.
Because he's from Syracuse.
Mm-hmm.
I just got kicked off of eBay again.
You got kicked off, or like?
Okay, so
your account got banned?
Yeah. So I sell 100. No, I sold 100 golf balls, and I sent this guy 100 golf balls. He comes back at me, doesn't speak English. First time he says only 80 balls, or only 80 ball.
Yeah.
He didn't even speak proper English, right?
Yeah.
And then he filed a complaint against me. It's like only 75 golf ball. And I'm like, clearly this isn't legit. And it wasn't just me that counted the 100, and now I'm banned again. Dude, I'll show you. I have over 1,500 golf balls.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah.
And I don't want to start selling them, but I keep on getting banned because I don't know what I'm doing on eBay.
I wonder if it's a guy that you always should look how much especially when you're starting, how much feedback they have, or how many reviews they have.
See, that's what I'm scared of because I don't have any sales really.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard starting off, but you're selling golf balls, so it's not big stuff. You're not selling stuff for a ton of money. Yeah, exactly.
What are you selling?
Anything.
So you just go around the garage sales, right?
Garage sales or Goodwill or any thrift store and just scan stuff or search stuff up and just buy.
And then just look at completed items and
sold
highest
listings.
Yeah. How much money are you making?
It's hard with college because I have to put my store in vacation mode. So it tells the buyer when they're buying it that I'm not gonna be able to ship it out until 2 weeks later. So I come back home every 2 weeks and ship stuff out. So it's hard because people are they see that and they're like, well, I need it now. So they'll buy another one. But I make an okay amount. It's not too much.
But it's just putting you through spending money and
it's for rent and everything. Yeah, because I live in a house now.
Already?
Yeah.
Where's your house?
On Q Street. It's right next to the campus.
Gotcha.
I live with
all
three other players.
How did you like your freshman year at Canisius?
It was pretty good. I mean,
you played a lot.
Yeah, all of our freshmen did. We had 13.
He kind of is rebuilding the program.
Yeah, we had we were better than most of the seniors, I would say. I mean, we had 13 seniors and maybe 4 or 5 of them played regular minutes, but the rest sat and never played until senior day.
He's doing really good recruiting, and he's getting all MLS Next kids. Yep. How many MLS Next kids are you
I think
actively playing against in that conference? I feel
no idea.
I feel Tinky's
he's doing. I mean,
really doing a good job.
I think we brought in 11 now this year.
And they're all MLS Next. Mm-hmm.
That's really only what Taking can do because he doesn't really have many connections internationally.
Outside of MLS Next.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all Americans for the most part.
Some Canadians, we have a TFC guy and another Canadian guy, I think. But
no, he's not going to Europe and stuff like that. And that's good because that's what everybody else is dealing with.
Yeah.
Playing with 26-year-olds and
I know
guys that didn't make it pro over there.
Yeah, a Norwegian kid that can hit a bicycle kick from the top of the 18 and put a top 4 or something. There's a kid on Quinnipiac that did that. There's a kid on Quinnipiac, a freshman that did that or something.
And he's probably 23.
Yeah.
23-year-old freshman.
Yeah.
So you don't have any of that going on at Canisius?
No, it's just Canadian kids. I mean, we had an Italian and 2 Germans, but all 3 were seniors, so they left. They're leaving this year.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. So it's just Canadians and Americans.
What's your guys' record this year?
1-8 8 and 7 or something like
The
that.
biggest issue was just scoring goals for you guys.
Yes, I mean we scored 9 and we conceded 34 or something. It was something like that. It was we just couldn't score. I mean, yeah.
I liked your goalkeeper.
Will, he was from Louisville.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good.
Is he gone?
He was like a 6th year. It was
because
it was like
COVID
COVID and
and
all this different. He was 20, 25, 26. He was really old.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean we have 4 goalkeepers now, 2 freshmen, 1 5th year and 1 junior.
All SX kids, obviously. Probably.
The 2 coming in probably are Spencer, who's our 5th year, played at Clarence with me.
Okay.
And then Jack played for Flash.
So one of the reasons why I really wanted to get you in here is we have a kid. He's a 2010 birth year,
Yeah.
and he's getting trials with FC Cincinnati.
Okay.
And
Their academy is good, isn't it?
yeah,
I was gonna say that's what I
because
remember.
didn't a lot of your Columbus
Yeah,
crew guys go down there?
a ton of them just left because they didn't like it there. I mean, it was
They didn't like it at FC Cincinnati.
no,
or
they didn't like it. They didn't like it
Columbus?
at Columbus because we didn't have any money at that time. Like our academy was dirt
Right.
poor and our owners were awful and everything.
Yeah.
So a ton of the people like left. I mean, they sent like invites to like everybody at Cruz Academy. And we're like, we're having tryouts, and yeah, I think their first year they did like really good. I remember.
Yeah. So that experience, because it wasn't properly funded, kind of like put a damper on that, or
Sort of. I mean,
would you do it again? Would you
Go
do
to Crew? Yeah.
Would you do the whole like
I
live with
would,
another
yeah.
family and everything?
it was a good experience. I mean, did I really like enjoy it? No, but it helped me like to learn how to live on my own and sort of. I mean, I was just playing soccer all day. Like I'd leave school like 2/3 of the way through and go to like additional training for like other kids at the field with like Ben Cross when he was still there and everybody, and I did that. I mean, so I was just playing soccer all the time.
So you went to a public school,
Yeah,
and they would you'd get
Like,
out early.
I'd do like 6 classes out of the 9, and then I'd leave with another kid, and we'd go do like additional training with like coaches and other like U19s, 17s, and 16s and 15s.
Was it mostly technical based, or would
Yeah,
you guys
it was-
like play?
It was mostly technical based. I mean, we had maybe 10 kids come at most, so it was like a very small group.
Was that the head coach of your age group, or did Crew have a technical
No,
coach?
it like rotated. It was like it was like the 15s coach, maybe 19s or 17s. It just sort of rotated. I mean, they didn't really have many coaches back then. They have way more people that they do now. Like when we played them last year, they had like 7 people on staff traveling with them. We had like a coach with us at max when I was there. Like we didn't have anybody. Because they got new.
Was Berhalter the head coach when
Yeah.
you were there?
Mhm. He was still the head coach with Josh Wolf, and Josh is his assistant.
And then where's Josh now?
Austin FC.
Whatever happened to his son?
He's playing. He's starting every game. Owen. I played with Owen at Columbus. Yeah.
he's still at Columbus.
No, Owen.
Yeah.
No, Owen's starting for Austin FC's first team.
He went with his dad.
Mhm. Yeah.
Wow.
And then his brother, I think, is at Atlanta.
So you do it again?
Yeah. I mean, I got to.
Would you have stayed if you could do it over again? Because you came home.
Yep.
Would you have stayed,
Uh,
or would you have come home and went to Empire and everything?
I probably would have came home. I mean, I didn't really like it there. I mean, Calvin, who was my coach, I really wasn't the biggest fan of, and it was just like at that age, I feel like they needed to develop players more, and it was just about like finding another kid who's better than you and just putting them in your position and being like, get better than them or you're getting cut. And I mean, that's not what Empire did. I mean,
Then they go nationwide and
Basically.
they search for like these diamonds in the rough.
Yep.
And so I've been on this kick lately that development isn't real because all these clubs just try to recruit new players, and people are like, "Oh well, Barcelona, La Masia is the best academy in the world." It's like, dude, they basically recruited an Argentinian that was 13 and flew him across the world, and he became the best player in the world. They didn't develop Messi.
Yeah.
And, like, it's so frustrating when people are like, well, this academy does this. It's like, no, this academy also cuts kids that are really, really good and replaces them with kids that are better.
That's what Crew did. I mean, they basically they picked a kid from another DA team at the time and just put him in my position, and it was just well, let's see who does better, and he just started every game, and I never played, and then it just got cut.
So what changed? Did ownership change?
Yeah,
or something
they got new owners. Maybe the year that I left. Yeah.
How old were you when you left? 14?
Yeah, I was on the 15th. Yeah, so 14. Turning
Maybe
15.
13?
No, 14.
14 turning 15.
Yeah.
And then you came home.
Mm-hmm.
Came home and you were kind of in limbo for a little bit, and then you just decided on Empire.
Yeah, I mean, I was
pushing you to go to Empire.
Yeah, I mean,
big time.
I was up in the air because I was like, well, I'm not going to Crew. I really don't know what to do because I was told when I went to GPS and Flash, never play for Empire. It was this bad club, and then
they kind of brainwash people into this,
exactly.
and how bad it is.
And then I went to the showcase and I played with them, and it wasn't I like Paul and Rory, who were going to be my coaches. So I stayed with them.
And you're playing with RNYFC right now.
Yeah, they're U23s, the UPSL.
What? It's UPSL.
Yeah.
And no FC Buffalo.
I didn't know you could do both.
You can do both?
Apparently.
Because isn't Ashton doing both?
Yeah. So I don't know how that works.
Because I saw Ashton was starting.
He started for FC Buffalo their game and then played and started with us the following day. It was weird. I didn't know you could do that. Because I just told Nick no because I was I thought you could only do one club.
Would you do it?
USL. I try to do it, but then you have to decide when you start training in the spring. I mean, we have training for RNY now this next week, and I mean, FC Buffalo's already been training, and they train every day. So it's you have to decide then, I would think.
Yeah. They have a few Canisius guys on there, right?
At FC Buffalo?
Yeah.
Yeah. Riley Wagner, our center back, our goalkeeper. I think Don Rice is playing there. He's one of our forwards. Yeah. I think 3 or 4.
What position are you playing? Are you guys playing a wing-back system? The 3
box 3.
3 box 3.
Yeah. So it's it's weird. I don't even know. I'd have to get a board and do all the. That's all I know it on. I know it on the board and I can tell you on the field, but I can't recall it now.
Because I went to a bunch of girls games recently, and they all play 3. Well, kind of 3 box 3, but they're 2 outsiders or just wing backs, and they run up and down the field all day.
We don't do if the one of the outside center backs is in trouble, the midfielders are supposed to the double 10s up top of the box are supposed to flare out and be a winger or a wing back.
So what these girls were doing is that they were outmatched against who they were playing against, and that system. If you play that system, you better have 90% of the possession.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your wingbacks are just running up and down the field, and it's so frustrating. I can't stand it.
Yeah.
But if you have 6 of the best players that are on the field, it'll work.
Oh yeah.
Usually it'll work.
I mean, we played with 11 people our last game, and we had 3 06s, and we still managed to win. It's just learning about how to play right, I guess.
You had 06s playing with you?
We didn't have anybody because some of the kids are still in college.
Because they were in Maryland.
Yeah, but everyone was in Maryland. So
everybody's in Maryland.
We had 11 people. We had Max played with us.
Nice.
And then
He's still home.
And then we have Dreher, who was our coach, but he played on the field, and we barely had enough to field the team. But
Zach
Dreher.
He's coaching you guys?
I didn't know that. I mean, he's an assistant coach. I don't know who the head coach of the team is. I don't know if it's Rory or Luca.
Luca did last year, right?
Yeah, so that's what I thought he was going to do this year, but I don't know.
Because Max did both last year, but you guys weren't in the UPSL.
Yeah, it wasn't it was just practicing. It was trying to get enough people to see if we can do this or not.
And you just go out to Rochester. How many days are you training right now?
I don't know. We haven't started training yet. I think it's next week, maybe 2 or 3 days a week. I'm not sure.
So you've just played games?
Yeah,
we've
just played games with.
But it's all Empire guys, and you know the system, and you know
but it's a different system from when everyone else played. the Canisius people like me and like 3 other people from Canisius know it because we played at Canisius, but it's different from like what they played in a sense. Because we didn't play like the same, it's not the same like box as they used to play.
It's not. They've changed.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the girls tried to change philosophy like a lot. Like
I'm not sure.
a little bit more freedom,
Uh-huh.
less stringent. You know, I don't know. So how? I remember you telling me that if you didn't get injured, you probably didn't play. You wouldn't have played college soccer.
I don't know. It might have
Because
probably happened.
because you get injured your senior year.
Yep.
And you miss out on a lot of games,
playoffs and everything, going to Texas and playing. Yeah.
And you missed the game,
Uh-huh.
and that made you because you weren't going to play. You were like kind of like
I
checked out.
I committed to UB before I got injured,
Right.
To just go and do a regular
just
school.
students,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And then you got injured.
I was like, it just like didn't seem like the right decision. Like like when you make a wrong decision, you're like, I probably shouldn't have done that.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
I just like talked with Tanky and Rory and just sort of saw it out. I'm glad I did. I mean, I like it. I like that I play college soccer now, even though it's a pain in the ass sometimes. Like I like it. It is. The 7 a.m. lifts suck, but
how often are you guys lifting?
we lifted like twice a week in the spring. We didn't lift any in fall or preseason. It was just like 2 times a day training.
How much? I was just talking to Maren. How much like sprint work do you guys do and running and?
I mean, we sort of do the same thing as we did at like Empire. So it's like, it's not a ton. I mean, it's like at the beginning of training, like it's after warm ups, and you sort of get the conditioning done with.
Yeah.
And then it's just like playing, but it's not a lot. We had 3 conditioning tests, and that was about. I mean, Tangy doesn't run us or anything either, if he doesn't think we're fit or like unless it's like punishment wise.
Huh. So fitness tests, nothing really.
No, I mean it's like standard beep test and man U test and I don't know, a treadmill test. That's about it.
Before you got injured, like what was it? Your junior year when you were talking to a bunch of schools.
Mm-hmm.
Like what schools
like
were you talking
before
about?
COVID?
Yeah.
It's like Cornell and like Penn or like UPenn. It was like all big schools. Like if you think about it now, and I don't like.
Are you happy that you're at a smaller school?
I guess I feel like I wouldn't have liked sitting on the bench my freshman year. It was nice to play because college is so much different than like the MLS. I learned like because it's not like no one's like on your back at all. It's more athleticism than it is like technical ability against some schools. Like I don't need to play one touch all the time. Like I have so much more space.
Is it because? Why is that? Do you think? Is it because they're older, more experienced, and people know spacing a little bit better, or is it because of the level? Do you think the level is higher or lower?
I thought it was. It depends what team you play, but I thought it was lower. I thought there was like, even though they're older people, like I still feel like the MLS was like it was like tougher to play in and like go against people.
Especially when you're playing MLS Academy.
Yeah, and it's weird because half the college teams they don't build out; they just kick it long. Like Niagara, just like they like can try to build out for 20 minutes, and then if it doesn't work, it's just okay. We're gonna pump it long, and they get a goal off it. Like it's hard to defend for 70 minutes.
Absolutely.
So
wasn't like, were you ever looking at like Georgetown?
One coach like contacted me, but I never really went as far of anything. It was mainly like Cornell. I'm trying to think who else, like UPenn, and some different like Ivy Leagues.
How much did Empire or MLS Next help you in terms of like recruiting?
I mean,
you have Rory, which is Tanky, which is.
He knows every single college coach. I don't know how, but he just knows. Like
really?
So, yeah. I mean, they just like send those mass emails with like everybody and like their number and where they're playing and everything, and with like a little description of like what kind of player they are to like all these college coaches. So it helped a lot. I mean, without Tanky, I feel like once I got in contact with many college coaches.
And then when he got the Canisius job,
Mhm.
it just was
Yeah.
almost a perfect fit.
Mhm.
And now he's got like Ben and AJ coming in.
Mhm.
Any other Empire kids coming in?
Elliot, whatever.
Okay, yep,
He was here doing the SU Buffalo training one day.
yep.
I think besides that, no one else.
For now,
Yeah.
wow. Because I talked to Griffin about this.
Griffin.
Dempsey.
Yeah. Okay.
I think that you guys, and it's specifically MLS Next and Empire or
Mhm.
NYSC, you guys are more prepared
Mhm.
to play college soccer
Yeah.
than the girls at Flash, ECNL,
Yeah.
because of the time commitment that you had to have
Yeah.
and the time management that you had
Yeah.
to have. Because you guys would train, you guys would lift and then train right
Yeah.
after, and it's an hour drive
Yeah.
and an hour back,
Mhm.
and you have to figure out how to do
It's
your
like
homework.
leave at 4, get home at 10. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like you guys are so much more prepared to time manage
Yeah.
and to do all that.
Yeah. It was big. I mean, that's why I feel like I didn't want to do soccer as much because like that took up so much of my day, and I was like, this is just gonna be like another pain for another 4 years, and I was like, I don't want it to be like that. But it's not. I mean, you take the hour car drives out and everything, and that's 2 hours that you save, and 2 hours feels like a ton of time.
Yeah. What do you do with your time?
Me,
So how many classes were
I
you
took-
taking in the fall?
I took 5 classes with the lab each semester,
Okay.
so it wasn't too bad. And then two were online both semesters, which I like online classes because you don't have to go and you can do it at your own pace and everything.
Yeah, of course.
So it's way. I feel like online classes are way better. But yeah, I took 5 with the lab,
What's your major?
sports and exercise healthcare, to be like a trainer.
Okay. PT?
No, like athletic,
Okay.
like in the gym.
Gonna go back and work for like Empire?
I mean, if it works
for a
out like
club?
that, yeah. I mean, if we get a first team again, maybe.
What happened with that?
I have no idea. I was talking to.
Is Jamie Vardy still like part of it, or
I have
was
no
that-
idea. They just like they sort of didn't get the funding, and it was all this different stuff. I really don't know. I just know that I committed to the U23s instead of SC Buffalo, and then the day after they like quit the first team. I was like, what is happening?
that sucks?
But yeah, I don't know what's happening.
So what's happening with all those players that signed up for the
I don't know. I mean-
23s? Are they just gonna play in the?
Yeah, we're just playing the UPSL basically. I mean, Takey said too that they have like connections at other like USL teams or like sort of better quality like semi-pro teams, and that like the better players that in the U23 program will get like a chance to like go down there and like play with them who are at a much higher level than what we got here.
Yeah. How many kids at Canisius are from Buffalo? Are Buffalo kids?
Probably like I'd say anywhere from like 8 to 10. If I at least that were on the team like when I came in the fall.
Because one of the issues with FC Buffalo over the years is that so many of the players were from
International. Yeah.
from everywhere, and they had to house them and stuff
Yeah.
because Buffalo men's soccer was kind of behind.
Mhm.
It wasn't as
Yeah.
strong as it is now, and it's only getting stronger. Because I think FC Buffalo is about half and half. I think
Yeah.
half is Buffalo and then half,
Yeah.
and it was never like that.
Mhm.
You know, but I mean, losing Max, losing you. One of the coaches reached out to me and he's like, "Do you know any players that need to be on our radar?" And you were the first person I named.
I don't know. I was never like they never contacted
I'm
me
like,
before.
how do you let, dude? You played how many minutes as a freshman? Like,
Yeah.
how do you let him slip through your fingers? I mean, I know that you didn't know the rules or whatever,
Mhm.
but still,
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe next year.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what RNY is going to be like, so we'll see. I mean,
You probably still could do FC Buffalo
Yeah.
if something didn't work out.
yeah.
And Casey's good. Casey's
Yeah, that's
good
what I've
coach.
heard. Like from the guy, because one of the people that live at my house like is on the FC Buffalo team. So like he says he's a good coach and that he's hard on them and everything. So I gotta make it out
He's
to
legit.
their games. I've never seen them play, so it'll be interesting. to
Yeah, they're
watch.
playing at South. At
I know,
Williamsville
yeah,
South.
yeah, that's what I
They
heard.
play this Saturday at like 2 or 3.
Yeah, I
At
can
South.
I can go to that then. I might
Yeah.
go.
I mean, I haven't been to them, man. I've been up
Mhm.
to like all of the winter
Tournaments,
games
yeah.
just because I know I
Yeah.
train a lot of them, and they're usually in here playing pickup, and they train in here.
Gotcha.
The girls do. I don't know why the boys don't, or the men.
It was good when we had like 10 people in here playing 5-a-side. It
Yeah,
was pretty fun.
yeah. You just play pickup, and
Yeah, it's nice.
that's what I want you guys to do
Uh-huh.
this summer.
Yeah.
Is just come in and just
Yeah.
play pickup. I don't want to train you
Yeah.
guys. Just come in and play pickup.
It was
But
actually fun. Yeah.
You, AJ, Ben. Whenever Ben gets home, he's another one that I want to talk to because
He's still at home?
He's
Oh, he's in high school still.
yeah, he's in high school and he's at Shattuck St. Mary's,
Mhm.
and he did the same thing. But part of the reason why he wanted to go away is because he was sick of the hour-long drive.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It really is, and it's just annoying. Like even though you sleep through it, it's just you get. I was awful at time management. I have to admit, like I didn't know homework in the car and everything, so like I did not get like a ton of sleep when I get home. So I think that's why it sucked more is because my
So
like
you would wait to do your homework until you got home.
yeah,
And what time did you go to bed?
2 a.m. something like that.
Well, you probably
It was-
still go to bed at 2 a.m.
It was- No, I'm actually my sleep at college has been pretty good. I have pulled some all nighters, but mainly it's been like 8 to 10 hours of sleep, which is pretty freaking good for me.
That is good.
I've been
Even with
surprised.
7 a.m. lifts?
Okay, those days are the exception where it's like you can't do it. Like you're telling me I'm supposed to go to bed by 11. Like
Yeah.
we're still like doing stuff at 11. So like I'm still like hanging out with my friends at 10 o'clock, or I'm still getting food from somewhere if I'm hungry. Like, but other days when it was just like school, I didn't really have any morning classes. I tried not just because I'm not a morning guy.
You don't have any morning classes?
I
When-
I didn't really in the fall or spring this year.
What time is your training?
It was 12:50, so it was like 1 o'clock to like 2:30.
And then you would have afternoon or evening classes?
I didn't. It was just like before training. Really, I had classes. The only afternoon class I would have would be a lab at night, like 6 to 9. But besides that, it was nothing. Like my schedule next semester is a little weird. Like I have 2 3-hour classes, Wednesday and Thursday, that are like nighttime, like 6 to 9 again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have any morning classes. Tuesday and Friday, I don't have any class at all.
For that major, is all of your classes just science or going to be the
Sort
science?
of.
basically?
It was. I took like all my bio things this year and I got them out of the way. And then like some classes for my major are like basic nutrition, emergency care, taping and bracing, kinesiology, and like all that type of stuff. So it's actually like it was pretty interesting. I'm excited to tape like taping bracing, like
Yeah.
your ankle. So I'll know how to do that and everything. So I'm pretty.
So you
It
could
sounds fun. I mean,
So you could do that.
it's no like work. It's like just all hands-on stuff, which is pretty cool.
Do you want to work at a school? Do you know what you want to do yet? Do you want to
Not
have
really.
your own business? Do you want to do? Because you're entrepreneurial.
Yeah, I know. I know. I
Do
don't
you
know.
have a job right now, or are you
No,
just
it's
doing eBay?
It's literally like going to because there's a good 5 minutes away from me, so I go there every day from like whatever time and just go through there, and then there's like a route that I can take to Lockport where I can hit 2 stores. There's a route to Cheektowaga that I can hit 3 stores, and then there's one in like where I am in Buffalo where I can hit like 2 Goodwills and a Burlington's, and like it's just that. It's like whatever I want to do. And I have like a ton of like sports cards too. Like just go on eBay and like buy lots.
I would keep those. Or
I
do you
don't-
sell those?
Yeah, I like resell them. Like I'll buy some and then I'll resell them for like more when like the investment pays out or whatever. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. I just don't like working for somebody else. Like I worked at Goodwill and it's not fun.
When did you do that? In high school?
In the winter of like senior year. It just wasn't fun. Like you're just working and you're just like not doing anything. We're like, I'm excited when I find stuff for like $80. It's like I just made $80 in an hour. Like I went to the garage sale today and I found like this old like radio like stereo to put in your car. And it was like $220 and I paid like $5 for it. I'm like, there's a guy there too who resells, and he like looked at it, and I showed him like the sold thing. He's like, "I'll give you $75 for it now," and I was like, "No, I'll just like take it home." Like, yeah.
Oh my god,
it's fun.
What's the most expensive thing that you sold?
I found like an electrostimulator at like Goodwill. Like one of the things like
yeah.
I sold it. I bought it for $12, and I sold it for $850. Yeah.
Oh my god. $850?
Yeah.
You bought it for $12?
Yeah. Dude, the things that you find at Goodwill are unbelievable sometimes. And it's like
no wonder why you go every day.
It's shocking. Yeah, well they put new stuff out every day. Like working there, I sort of got to know like what they do. Like they have to put out 1,000 pieces of clothes every day. And they have to put out like
new
like clothes that they get
new?
from donations. Yep, they tag new ones, like 1,000 pieces a day, and then they put out like 300 or 400 items a day on carts. So like 300 or 400 items are coming out in every Goodwill store every day. So like,
oh my god. So do you have like a business? How does it work with like taxes and stuff? Like, are you like an LLC?
That's what I'm like. That's what I have to figure out now, because before
now you're making enough money.
Yeah, before like it wasn't like taxes either, but this year they like had like an announcement, and I got like emails and notifications that like if you make over, it's like $600, like you have to file for taxes. So like I have to document how much I'm paying, keep the receipts for everything, and then like write how much I paid for it, how much I sold it for, how much shipping was, and then fees, and like your total profit, which isn't like that bad, but it's just a lot of like lazy. It's a lot of lazy work.
Paperwork.
Yeah.
I mean, paperwork sucks. I mean,
yeah, I gotta figure that out this next year.
But dang, that's insane. So what's like your handle? Do you have like a picture, or a name, or
no? It's just
like a company name, or is it just like Kyle 1378910?
Yeah, it's basically just that. I don't like have a picture. I mean, I just like I have a little place where I like list stuff. I have like a black yoga mat that I just put stuff on. And just a regular wall behind it. I just take photos and put it on. It's not that hard.
Right.
It's just getting the lighting right a little. It's a pain sometimes.
I just dump the golf balls like on the
I mean,
there's
people like if I'm like looking for sports cards to buy, like sometimes they're just like laid out on a table with like 100 ones next to them, but they're just like taking just a photo of the card. It depends. Like I feel like taking a good photo that helps it sell faster.
Yeah.
So. But I mean, for golf balls, it really doesn't matter if they're just buying like 100 random golf balls.
Yeah. So. How many times do you post a day? Or
it all depends. I mean, there's days
do you list something every single day?
I try to, but sometimes it just doesn't like work if I just don't feel like it. But I try to get like at least 5 things a day. It helps because I know it helps your like how frequently like your items come up on like different pages and everything. If you continuously post, it helps with like the algorithm.
Yeah, that's why I've like read and watched.
Yeah.
Just try to get like an education. Do you sell anything else or anywhere else other than eBay?
No, I gotta try Facebook Marketplace. I haven't done that, but I'm gonna try to do that. But besides that, like not like Mercari or anything else or Poshmark. I don't really buy clothes too, which are like mainly put around those.
Yeah.
eBay's everything.
Just mostly cards, electronics.
Cards, electronics, just like there's like so many weird things that I buy, and it's just like, why are people buying this for $80? Or like I bought like 4 mugs, and they're like Temptation mugs, and they're just like the same brand, and I've sold them multiple times, but I bought them for 10, and like they sold in like 24 hours for 45.
Mugs go crazy.
Yeah.
So my parents, my dad used to travel a lot for work, and all over the world. And he would always get those Starbucks mugs.
Yeah, Starbucks. Yeah.
I just like the city mugs or whatever, and I just looked at completed
exactly
items, and I'm like, somebody just bought 40 of these mugs for like $250. I'm like, what is going on? And
it's crazy.
Like Gary Vaynerchuk was like, who the hell is buying mugs? Mug collectors. And it's like, dude, people collect everything.
Gary Vee gets a lot of things wrong in his videos, but like he has the passion to do it. Where I like watch him and I laugh. Because like, did you watch the video where he found all those books? Like the 7 boxes of like books that he sold.
Was it
like,
books or was it like comic books?
They were like anime books.
Okay.
And a week before that, I found the exact same thing, a big box of them, and I made like $500 and I paid $20 for it. And I was like, this guy's like putting everyone on. I was like, what is he doing now? Like I can't.
Like he's trying to get everybody to do that. So there's a lot of competition.
Yeah, like when I go to garage sales, I mean, there's like tons of people. Like some know what they're doing. Like you see, like they're on their phones and like looking stuff up, and some are just like regular people. But like Goodwill too, the one here, there's people that go at like specific times. Like there's this one guy that goes like from like 10 to noon, and just going there enough. Like I've memorized their schedule, and I just go at the times when they're not there, and because it's better.
Try to beat them there.
Yeah, I mean. I don't try to be like a pain in the ass because like sometimes as soon as like carts get out, people like rush to them, and I was like, guys, like don't be like that person. Like I'm not that person to like get in everyone's way, and there's people is. So that's why I like go when everyone's not there.
Unbelievable. I love it. I need to start posting more. Dude, I just took my nephews. So my parents live on a golf course, and my sister lives on a golf course, and I took my nephews out, and I search at night with like a black light flashlight, and those things glow. And my nephews was like, man, this is so rewarding. We found like 200.
It's just fun too.
It's
like
fun.
You enjoy doing it.
It's like a hobby, and I'm trying to make money off of a hobby.
Exactly.
That's how PlayMaker started.
Exactly.
Like soccer. I mean, soccer was my career, but I enjoy it, and so I try to make money off of things you enjoy.
Exactly.
You enjoy the hustle.
Yeah.
You really do.
I do, yeah. Sports cars I like too. I've always been into like sports stuff, and that helps it even more.
And that's coming back too. Like there's a long time when sports cars
boomed in like 2020, 2021. Yeah. And it's like it came back down, but it's still like super popular. So that's why I'm into it now.
See, that's why I think that you might eventually just start your own business because of what you just said about working for somebody else.
I've thought about it. It's weird because I like all these other people in college are like majoring in like business and everything, but I'm like, these guys have no idea how to start a business.
Exactly.
And it's crazy to think that like I'm not even majoring in it, and I like somewhat have like my own thing.
Have a business
I know what I'm doing. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think I don't know. I kind of think business degrees are bogus anyway. Because it's like, why am I learning business for somebody that's been teaching for 40 years and never worked in business?
Exactly.
Like, just go and do it. Or go and work for somebody that did it that you want to be.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So I'm sure you're going to have internships coming up. Have you looked into that yet?
No, not really.
Or you're not there yet?
I'm probably not there yet. It's like junior, senior year when you sort of got to do so many hours.
Barron was talking about like these freshmen that she plays with at Cornell already have junior and senior internships lined up. I'm like, I don't know. How in the world? Well, it's Cornell. So
yeah, it's true. But like, I know like they have people that like intern at like our training room at Canisius. Like there's seniors. Like there was a senior baseball guy that was in there when we were in season, and there's people that do it in the gym. But like too, like I've been at AP so many years where I guarantee you if I was like, I've already told Tom like that's what I want to do. So I'm hoping.
And he's had a good internship program.
Yep.
Yeah.
So if not, I can maybe go there or do something or Empire, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing.
Yeah, or high school. Like, there's high school positions. There's, I don't know. The thing about that business though is that you, like Tom, he'll have these interns or he'll have these workers, and then they just go and start their own.
I know.
And it's like, That kind of sucks. And I kind of worry about that with PlayMaker sometimes, but like, it's also a compliment though, because if, let's say, Carissima or Marissa Berzon goes and starts her own thing, she's going to take a lot of what she's learned here and take it with her. So I'm still, it's been great developing players or helping to develop players, but if I want to make long-term impact and lasting impact, I need to develop coaches.
Yeah.
And then the coaches, because I'm only one guy, I can only train so many players. Now I have them, they can train as many players as I did, and then all of a sudden that's how we grow.
Exactly.
So, but I've toyed with, and actually my nephew brought this up this past weekend. He was like, you should start PlayMaker Fitness, or PlayMaker whatever. I'm like, I don't really want to do that, but if you go into that and we expand.
When you did the fitness stuff, when you were first starting with all the push-ups.
Oh my God, and I stopped doing it. Because I'm like, you know what, I don't know what I'm doing. Because I'm not, I used to be that guy. I used to be the guy that like would make you jump over the ball and then do 2 push-ups and then jump. I don't do that anymore. Because I used to be, you have to do fitness before every single drink. And I'm like, it's not soccer. It's not really making you that much better. And I don't know about form.
Exactly.
And like I could have broke your back and I had no idea. You know? Oh my God, the old place. Do you still go to AP?
Yeah, I'm going there now.
How many times a week?
I'm trying to do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, so 4 times.
I saw Ray not too long ago.
They don't
like,
do
I saw Ronaldo.
I haven't seen him yet. I haven't seen him when I just got back. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're probably going in the mornings. And
no, he's not. They're not doing morning class anymore. It's like all the high school classes. So I got to go at like 3:30 before like all the high school kids get out.
They're not doing them at all anymore?
They're not doing like 10 a.m.s anymore. I don't know why.
So the whole thing about this business and that business is your goal as a business owner is to get to a point where you're working on the business and not in the business. Well, then I heard that some of the coaches at AP were unhappy with like Tom not coaching classes. It's like, dude, that's how you kind of build a business, though. It's like eventually you're not coaching. Because I love it when Carissima and Marissa are here. We draw the curtain. There's 2 sessions, and I'm sitting in the middle, and I'm kind of just, I'm talking to the coaches, I'm talking to both players, and I'm just like the director of coaching.
That's how it used to be at AP. Like, there'd be like 2 classes. There's 2 classes going on at the same time, and like, people are getting in each other's way like a little bit, but it's not like to the point where you can't still work out. Yeah. And it's not like that anymore. Like,
do you still get like coached when you go there, or do you basically just?
You get coached. Like they tell you what to do.
Or they give you the plan.
Yeah, basically.
Wow. What else? Where does everybody else go? Canisius. Do they do anything on the summit?
It depends. It like differs from player to player, really, what they're doing. I mean, Tanky tried to make sure everyone was doing like a summer soccer thing. But,
some kind of league.
Yeah, I like getting in the gym too because it keeps you conditioned and it keeps you fit, like for like the game, like late minutes in the game.
How much are you running?
Just doing soccer. I mean, I feel like I'm.
So all you're running is soccer,
basically,
and I just lift.
Yeah.
So, but you're not working on like sprints and
just like at AP sometimes,
like
but just, no, not really.
Huh.
I mean, when training comes around now, I'll be training enough where I sort of you don't have to do enough fitness to stay, like, you're going to stay fit like how you were. Like, if you need to improve your fitness, you got to run more. But, I mean, I was top 2, top 3 in all the fitness tests.
Really? As a freshman?
Mm-hmm. Like in the spring when we didn't have anybody, like we did a treadmill test and like almost all of our freshmen beat it, and then a couple like sophomores and everybody, and then
juniors and seniors. No.
Beep test, it was sophomore, freshman, and then the Man U test, it was mostly freshmen too.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How structured is your training? Like, do you, like on a given week, on a Tuesday, do you know what you guys are doing? Is it like regimented like Empire was, or is it more?
It's regimented
freedom.
like Empire is, but like at Empire, like I knew like well we did build up and finishing attacks the last week, and now we're gonna do midfield possession and transition this week, and it's like it's the same like topics like midfield possession and transition, but it's just like differently structured a little. But it's like the same drills as Empire and everything.
How long are your sessions?
Um, an hour and like 10, an hour 20. It's hard because we have people coming in from classes because practice is midway through the day. So we have people coming in, and then we have people that need to leave early because we end at 2:10, like that need to leave a little before to get to their 2:30 classes.
Right.
So it's around an hour 20, I'd say an hour on like a regular day. And then Fridays are longer sessions. They're usually an hour and a half, and everyone's there.
How often do you come home? Do you have a car? Do you have a car there?
No.
You don't.
Once every like 2 weeks I do because I just ship stuff out and then that's about it. That's
Eat it and get a home cooked meal.
yeah, basically.
Oh my god.
I think it's gonna be different next year because I'll probably not be on the dining plan, so I'll be making my own food. So it'll be
probably come
a
home
little
more.
different. Yeah.
Are you gonna have a car next year?
Probably not. I mean, we have I think 2 people living at our house next year will have a car. So like when they get groceries, you just tag along with them and you
Yeah.
just go and you get groceries and you come back. So
Or Instacart it?
too much money. College kids, Jason, come on.
Dude, you sell something for 12 that
I know,
you
but
bought
I'm
it
not-
all for 800. I don't want to hear. You have more money than a lot of college kids.
I know, but I gotta pay rent now every month too. Like everyone's
It's
getting,
true.
they're like loans. Like you don't gotta pay it now, you pay it later. Like I'm paying everything now.
So that you don't take loans.
Yeah, exactly.
That's smart.
Mhm.
That's very smart.
It's a pain, but yeah.
How much time do you get to spend one-on-one with Tinky? Any?
I mean, you can spend. What do you mean, like training wise,
So
or
no, just like evaluations or chats just about your form and stuff like that.
I mean, you can go in talk to Tanky really anytime. I mean, he's always like in the office, so like if I have a question, like I'll go in and after practice and like talk to him about stuff. But we have evaluations usually fall season at the end and then spring season at the end, like 2 evaluation forms.
How much film do you guys do? Film work.
An okay amount. In the fall, it's a lot. It's usually like you finish a game, you do recovery, and then you do film after. And then in the spring, it's different just because you're not playing as much. So like we'll finish a game, and then on Monday will be recovery, and then Tuesday will just be film.
And
then,
it's everybody together,
yeah,
or
it's everyone together.
got it?
And then, but we have the binders like we did at Empire, and we have like assignments, like film assignments sometimes that we have to do. So like it's just like he wants you to watch it back by yourself too, and I do it a lot. If I get bored in classes, just click the video on. I've probably watched the Flower City Union game 10 times in class just because I got bored. Like you just I've watched a lot of it just in class.
What would the assignments be?
It's like find different timestamps where you think like, so like in the Mohawk Valley Community College game, like find 1 or 2 moments each where it was good first phase defending, second phase defending, and third phase defending. Then in the Flower City Union game, find a good build up, a good finishing attacks moment, and a good like transition moment. So it's just like stuff like that. I mean, it just depends how serious someone takes
Is it individually or is it team based?
No, it's individually, and then like you give the sheet of paper to Tanky, and like he just sort of like looks at it to see if you completed it, and like you've been doing it, and then like he covers like the big like mistakes if we made in a game or like good moments that we made in a game.
Wow. Now, for recovery, what would recovery look like for you guys?
Sometimes it's just like in the gym, rolling out, like stretching, just doing like all that stuff, and then sometimes it's like half that, half on the field, just like going through like a little agility course and getting the legs moving again,
Yeah, lactic acid
or like
stuff.
fun games like crossbar challenge or like something like that, where it's like it's not a heavy load on the legs, but it's still like you're getting the legs moving, you're still kicking soccer balls.
Ella Rudney at Nebraska, she was talking about how they have this app where after every session she goes in and she rates how she feels after the session, like what body part hurts, and they have like a body and be like if your knee is bothering you, you like highlight the knee and stuff like that. Do you guys have anything like that, or like any feedback that you guys can give the coaches about how you guys are feeling?
It's not really. I mean, like if Tanky knows if the consensus in the locker room is we're doing too much or we're too tired, like someone would go out and tell him you gotta lay off stuff, which really hasn't happened. But before lifts, we're supposed to do that. We have in our little program, it's how many hours of sleep did you get last night? How's your body feel? But at 7 a.m., I'm just trying to get to a lift. It's not you're really, and he's not looking at it as a thing either. It's just to do it.
On 7 a.m. lifts, do you eat before or do you wait till after?
After. I mean, dining hall is not even open at 7 a.m. It opens at 8:30.
How is your diet?
It's okay. It's not. I don't think I'm eating as many calories as I should. And I say that just because I took nutrition and I figured that out. I should be eating 3,600 calories a day for the amount of work I'm doing.
Exactly.
But no athlete really is doing that. I feel you're just I don't go to breakfast because I don't have morning classes, so I'm getting more sleep, and I feel that's better. And then you just go to lunch. I have a regular sandwich or pasta. If I'm hungry, I'll get something else, and then you're just doing dinner, which is a buffet style thing. And then we have a little restaurant that we can use Griff Bucks for.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you get that at night if you're really hungry. But it's not anything not eating salads and smoothies every day and I'm just being a normal kid sort of.
Are you happy that you're close to home and stayed home?
Yeah, I feel it helped. I mean, just seeing how the other kids my roommate was from Chicago, so
oh boy, do you miss home a lot?
A little, but it wasn't too bad. It was just making all the new friends and everything. But since I was here, I'd be oh, you went to Lancaster, I went to Clarence, and you just live in Buffalo, so you're sort of friends already.
Right. We definitely need to get that 3v3 pickup in here again.
It's fun. I mean, yeah, when we did 4v4, we just did one touch goals. You had to score one touch. It was good, and we played for an hour without stopping.
That was the FC Buffalo one,
yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could bring all the Canisius guys in here.
Yeah. Probably.
Seriously, with you, AJ, and Ben, that's 3. You only need 3 more. I mean, you could probably get Colin in here and Griffin.
Yeah.
They could do a Mercyhurst versus Canisius thing.
Yeah.
So you play Syracuse next year.
Yeah, in the fall.
In the preseason. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to. I want to see them. Cannot believe they won the title.
I thought they were, bro. I don't watch enough soccer, so I don't know. But I was I think Syracuse is gonna win it this year, and they did. I was I'm not surprised. I was they had Giorgio, they had Abdi, they had all these
I mean, they're in the ACC too. That's legit. That is.
Once they beat Clemson, I knew that they were gonna win. That was the one game I watched. I remember I was just in someone else's room when we were watching it, and I was yeah, they're really good. So.
All right. We just did almost an hour.
That was an hour? Jesus.
Almost. Let's see.
Yeah, I was close to it.
54 minutes on that camera. And, I don't even know. All right, buddy. Oh, so, I don't know. This takes me so long to edit, so it probably will be next week or something like that.
I might have to buy some of your golf balls. I'm getting into golf.
Let's just go golf.
I know. I've 2 of the kids that I play that are at my house. The one quit, and then the one plays golf almost every single day. And I played with the other day, and he's like, "Oh, you're actually not too bad." I was like, I don't know. I'm awful at putting. I can tell you that.
Well, putting is
that's about it.
I golfed on Monday. My putting is very good.
But yeah, I gotta start playing it more. I gotta get clubs though. I don't have clubs either. I can maybe find some at Goodwill, but they're all shit clubs. So I was gonna buy a set for $2. I don't know.
Yeah, and just all you have to do is just refurbish them, get new grips on them, and it's not that bad. Ben, when he was, going to Shattuck's, he was like, I really hope I room with a golfer, so then I have somebody to golf with, and he can like make me better. And sure enough, he roomed with a golfer, and I'm like, you little.
I watch more golf than I do soccer.
So do I think.
I
watched Man City yesterday, but
I haven't watched a soccer game since the World Cup. I've watched the Masters, and I've watched in the PGA. I'm going to.
Everybody comes in here, especially during Champions League. That's always Tuesday or Wednesday at like 3 o'clock.
Like Man City Inter, right? Inter Milan.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's people are like, oh, did you see the game? I'm like, no, I'm like training here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, I've never been the guy that wakes up on a Saturday morning and watches EPL.
Bro, it's too early, and I just
and I'm like getting ready for college football or on Sundays NFL. It's like I'd rather just like watch that. I enjoy that more. Like I can't watch soccer with the sound on anymore.
Yeah.
I have to. I have to mute it.
I know what you're saying.
I can't listen to anybody talk about it because I just want to like actually watch the game.
I've been watching way more Netflix and everything than I did when I was at home and everything.
The PGA is in Rochester right now.
I know.
And Marissa went to the practice round yesterday. The tickets are expensive though. It's like $250 for a day. Jeez. So, but practice round is only like $75.
That's pretty cool. I don't want Koepka to win.
You don't like Brooks?
I don't like Brooks. Did you watch the Full Swing documentary?
Mm-hmm.
I watched that, and I saw Koepka, and he lost a tournament, and he went home, and he just like whined about the whole thing. And I was like,
and his wife was like planning a wedding. He's like, how am I supposed to think about it? Like China.
Exactly. I was like, bro, grow up.
All I'm thinking about is my.
I was so happy.
Putting.
I was so happy Rom won the tournament. Koepka was ahead, and I watched every day. I was like, he needs to lose. He needs to lose, and he finally did. I was so happy.
First round should be starting like right around there.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you get into it a little bit, Gianni wants to go when he gets home. You talk to like any of those guys anymore?
Like Gianni Morbido?
Yeah, or anybody.
I mean, I played BDSL. I played BDSL with like the Clarence kids, but like.
Who was on the team?
No, shoot, it's like all kids that I didn't even play with. Like the kids that I played with in 8th grade, they graduated college now, and they're like having the full-time job and like having. I was like, I haven't kept in contact with any of these kids. Taha is about the only one. Taha's about the only one that's still in our team.
Did Taha play college soccer?
I think he went to UV and he did intramurals.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it just conflicts too with R&Y, so like I can't go to like any of the games, which suck.
Max was doing FC Buffalo, whatever you guys are doing, RNYFC, and do BDSL. I'm like, dude, you're ridiculous.
BDSL, you can just like go though, and you don't have to like take it. It's like I play striker and I don't defend. I just sit up at half field and do whatever I want. It's not like you're not taking it seriously. Some people do, and I'm like, everyone like calm down. But
a BDSL,
yeah, it's just
fun. Oh my god,
it's just fitness, and
it drives me nuts because they're like they treat themselves like they're pros. They like make the Instagram post with like the starting lineup and stuff like that. I'm like, guys,
we do the same thing. I don't do it.
It's like, guys, come on.
Exactly.
You guys,
and then warm-ups. I go to my first game, warm-ups. We're just like passing around. It's like 10 minutes before kickoff. So I was like, so are we going to like warm up or are we just going to sit here and pass? And they're like, oh yeah, we should probably warm up. And I was like, what are we?
Yeah, it's everybody for themselves.
I'm not going to injure myself not warming up. I was like, geez, I got to play freaking UPSL in college eventually. I was like, can't pull a hammy and just not practice for 3 weeks. It's fun. It's good fitness, though. That's how I get my fitness, is those games.
That's what Max said last year. It's like, I'm just going to play. I'm not going to work out. I'm just going to play.
It's better to play. Like, you get way more experience. You get so many touches on the ball. And you're just running, and you're just, like, learning, too, more. Because you just try things in the games. Like, I'll try, like, the passes that I wouldn't try in a game. And just doing that so many times. The one time I do try one of the crazy passes in the game might work.
So you'll play up top when you're
up top or midfield.
What are you going to play next year?
No idea. I played every position but center back and goalkeeper. I played left back against Mount St. Mary's or whatever it was. I played every position in the midfield, and I played winger and striker.
When you played, where does Ashton go? Duquesne?
Yeah.
You were like, what, 8?
Yeah, I was like a 10 or an 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing midfield helped a lot, and thank God for Paul and Rory that they put me there because I would have never put myself in midfield. I've got so much cleaner on the ball than I was when I didn't play midfield.
When you played up top.
And when I
played
played
up top or on the wing.
When I play 9, it's nice because I can check to like. There's people that like can only run behind, or there's people that can like only post up, and I can like
Run verticals.
Yeah, I just mess with the defender so much because I'll run behind and check to the ball and go everywhere.
And then create so much room for other people to
That's my favorite thing to do is
you could just manipulate
checking in and a defender following me, and then the winger just making a knife running behind.
Yeah,
it's so fun. It's like
Or if you develop a really good like chemistry with your midfield, you do like what Messi does. It's like, okay, if you check in, that means I'm going in behind, and then
it's exactly what I do as the double 10. Like I'll tell the 9 to check in, and then they'll check in. Center back will follow. The midfielder's not running with me in behind. I'm just in behind by myself. Yeah, it's nice. It's like a game of chess. I like it. It really
absolutely,
is.
and you just suck.
Yep.
It's all about spacing and being able to just manipulate the defense.
Yeah.
Everything is about moving defenders. That's all it is. It's not that complicated, and people overcomplicate the game.
They do.
And it's just. It's not that complicated, guys. Just move defenders.
Go with it.
It's like dribbling. Like everybody's obsessed with one-on-ones with youth players. It's so much easier to beat a defender if you move them and then attack the space that they just left.
That's literally what it was. Like in our UPSL game, we had like the winger / wingback, and he was here, and it was just like a left back. And it was me in the midfield getting marked, but like this guy's not following me the whole time.
Right.
So I'm like, just played into him. This wingback, the fullback's gonna check in and go to him, and it's just in behind. Like it's not simple. It's just like finding the patterns in the game.
100%. Yeah. I'm gonna try. Is your entire schedule already posted?
I think I've just heard that we're playing Cuse. That's about it. I mean, we're playing Cuse. We'll play Bonnie's away because we played them at home. Is there anyone that we played in? Thoughts are regular.
I don't think you like. I think we'll play Mercy first.
We probably will. We'll play them before. Right? Is there like games that you play before the preseason, like the start of the fall? Because we played like Geneseo, we played Mercyhurst, and we played another community college. And I don't know if those games got like recorded or not. Because they didn't have like, it wasn't like an official thing. Like there wasn't.
Mercyhurst has like 40 kids.
I know.
I
know. I listened to Griffin's thing and everything.
It's
that's crazy.
You guys don't have anything like that.
We had 16 people in the spring. We had
because you lost so many seniors.
We lost so many seniors. People transferred and everything. Yeah,
it's probably pretty nice though.
It is, but you can't play big sided, which is the only thing that sucked. Yeah, it was like because we would play like double. Do you know what double gates is? Have any Empire people? It's like a little small side thing, but that's what we do all the time.
What's double gates?
It's like you have 2 gates as just goals. It's pretty much like basically that you have to like pass through. It's like a Y progression almost.
Yeah.
And then there's a goal. It's moving through back each of them.
Oh, okay.
And it's just that you're just playing 6v6 like +1.
We used to do something like that where it would be like 8v8, 6v6, whatever, and you put 5 gates up. You put a gate here, a gate in the middle, and 2, and then. If you dribble through one or complete a pass through it, that's a point.
Gotcha.
Right? And then we'd go to big goals, and like if you scored a big goal, it would be 2 points.
Yeah.
But what it was really good for is like, let's say you're playing against a team that is very dangerous on the left. So what you would do is you would take away those 2 gates, and you're trying to force everybody towards where there's no gates.
Gotcha.
And it really prepares you for having to defend and force away. But
that was the same thing. Like when we played double gates, like to start, like teams would just be like, "Oh, we can just sit back and they'll just not score on us." And then we just implemented a rule where it's like, if you make a Y progression, like you get a point. Like
Yep.
you don't have to go through the goal. You just like play Y progression, and they get it. It's a point. And so like
Yep.
now like it's an actual game where it's like you got to watch out for the Y progression,
Yep.
but you also have to protect middle because you can't get conceded.
Exactly.
And it's nice.
And it also works out pressing too, because if you could just dribble through that closest gate, you have to defend that. So it's working on pressing and manipulating and like forcing.
Exactly.
So, all right, man. Thanks for coming in,
Yeah, no problem.
and I'll see you soon.